All right, what's up, Bills? Coming to you live from Newsom High School. Look at that in the background, Super Bowl champs. Got the fresh baby face, as y'all saw. Had a mustache a couple days ago. Now I got the fresh baby face, except got the 5 o'clock shadow coming back in with my two chins showing. That's exactly why I grow a beard, to hide these two chins. Anyway, we had a big week this past week. Now, I know half of us are out, and we're only down to 5 people fighting for 4 spots. 2 have already clinched. Josh, Fogel, and Justin are fighting for the last 2 spots. And Justin, it was a dream week for Justin. He beat Josh, spanked him actually, and Fogel got killed as well. So Justin just needs to his destiny's in his hands. He plays Fogel this week. If he beats Fogel, he's in, and Fogel's out. However, well, I guess Fogel's not exactly. Fogel could, in theory, he is 2.3 points behind Josh. So if he loses to Justin, or if he loses to Justin and Josh loses also, and Fogel scores more than 2.3 points than Josh, then Josh would be out. So this week coming up is very, very important. We'll get to all that in a second. I kind of went through it all already, but standings, not really important. I already talked about there's only 5 people left, 3 people that are fighting for the last 2 spots. Let's get into the awards. Shit start of the week I gave to Timmy and the Redskins D. He keeps playing them. Second week in a row they got negative or 0. Negative 2 points. Performance of the week goes to Pasta. Starting Patty Mahomes, getting 33 points. Highest score of the week. I didn't think he would be since he was playing the Raiders. Thought they might go up early and just try to run the clock out. But the offense is definitely different without Kareem Hunt. Should have pulled out. I gave to Josh's entire Falcons stack. Now, obviously, you're not going to not start Julio Jones, but Tevin Coleman hasn't really been doing anything. And Matt Ryan has kind of been soft as well, and they were going against the best defense in the league. So, should have pulled him out, Josh. Not that much chocolate or poop this week. Matter of fact, there was not a single piece of poop, just a couple pieces of chocolate. Justin was the first to snag a wear. He actually got him before the news broke, and he explained to me that, he wouldn't even have picked up Ware, except he saw that AJ picked up Malcolm Brown, and he thought, I should pick up a backup too, and he picked up Kareem Hunt's backup, luckily, and he got Ware. Now, Ware is no Kareem Hunt, but when you got the volume in a high-octane offense like that, it's going to be some chocolate for weeks to come. Fogel picking up and playing the Colts D. They got 11 points despite them getting shut out. And Chris picking up Chris Godwin, 16.1. That's an excellent pickup, especially with D-Jax out. I think he'll continue to put up some good points. Like I said, there was no poop. And AJ was the recipient of the best bench, 75.2 points sitting on there. And Josh gets the Rodney King Award. He got beat by 67.5 points. His team was awful. Let's see, where is he? Hey, Darnold. He only put up 57.2, a little more than Fogel, but Justin put a smackdown on him. Getting into these matchups first, got me versus Chris. And Chris thought he had me, but then I got the miracle Keenan Allen game with that fluky touchdown he got, and he put up 22.8 points, saving me and I beat Chris by 2.2 points. And I know it didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, but we put a little wager on it, $20 paid to me, and we did have another little parlay bet on overall kicker defense. He did beat me on that one, so it was an extra $5. So he only owes me $15. But basically, what I've gathered from my team is Gronk is dead, and taking him in the third round is what really killed me. I still think I have one of the stronger teams. Just didn't work out with my matchups this year. Chris also has what I think was a strong team. Now, he didn't have Melvin Gordon or Leonard Fournette when he played me because they were both out, so that's really convenient for me. But his combo of Gordon, Fournette, and Connor, I'm surprised he didn't do better this year. And he even has Goff. So two really good teams with some disappointing results for this year. And neither one of us are playoff teams, so I'll just move on to the next matchup. Pez versus Timmy. Timmy got a dub. And, Timmy got a dub. I can't believe it. He beats Pez, who I thought had a strong team as well. Timmy and Chevy are fighting not to be beer bitch. They both won this week. Pez put up an abysmal score. He only had a good day from Zeke on Thursday night. He probably thought he was going to kill Timmy. But the rest of his team flopped. Everybody besides Dak had less than 5 points. Well, Breda had 5.7, but Tyreek Hill only had 5, Golladay 5, Greg Olsen ruptured his plantar fascia, 1.3 points. Sanders only got 1.9, and he just tore his Achilles like an hour ago. Bears defense only got 5 against the Giants. That's kind of surprising. And Saints kicker, the Saints, I can't believe they lost to the Cowboys. Only 4 points for Pez. Timmy, he had Golden Tate lead him to victory. Golden fucking Tate. I'm surprised because, he had Diggs on his bench, and it ended up being a good call. We were all surprised. I don't know if he even meant to do that. Who knows if he's paying attention. But Diggs 4.9, and he played Golden Tate over him instead. And Golden Tate got 16.5 and led him to victory. That was his highest scorer. Rodgers somehow only got 15 points against the Cardinals. That's probably why Mike McCarthy got fired. Lamar Miller had a decent day. Redskins, -2 could have hurt him, but he holds on to beat Pez by about 6.2 points. So let's move on to the next matchup. Chevy versus AJ, another big upset. Chevy doesn't want to be beer bitch either, so he beats AJ by 1.7 points. So really close. AJ had 24 from Russell, 28.5 from Gurley, 22 from Christian McCaffrey, and he still lost. That's nuts. His only other double digits was Aaron Jones, and he was sitting there with 27.9 from Lindsey on his bench, still talking shit that nobody wanted to trade for him, and he's looking like a pretty stud running back. AJ takes a huge hit. Green goes to IR. His season is done. AJ's weakness is his receivers. So Green only got 0.7. Edelman got 6. Ebron only got 5.2. Yep. And Chevy, how did Chevy do it? He put just a collective, consistent performance up, despite Breeze having a bad game Thursday night. 7.3 from him. But he gets 10.5 from Henry, 10.7 from Crowell. I can't believe either one of those running backs are being started in a 10-man league. 15.5 from Odell, throwing touchdowns. Nuke Hopkins getting 9.1. Could have been better. Kelsey is just ridiculous, 26.8 points. And Drake getting 10.4. His kicker getting 12. So big weeks. He had another kicker on his bench get 19. Why he has 2 kickers, I don't know. But that's probably why he's in last, because you're carrying 2 kickers. Moving on. I mean, he pulled the upset, so we're all happy because fuck AJ. Oh, I forgot to mention, every team in the playoffs right now lost this past week. Or did I mention that? I don't know. Moving on, the SmackDown Rodney King of the week. Justin put a hurting on Josh. Josh only had one player in double digits, and that was Chris Carson, who got 10.8. Enough said. His Falcon stack I was talking about that he should have pulled out combined for, let's see, 8.7, 9.7, 10.5. 10.5 points total from Matt Ryan, Tevin Coleman, and Julio Jones combined. I mean, Ertz had like 10 catches Monday night and only gets 8.3 points. We need to definitely implement some kind of PPR. Josh's team just flopped. Justin put on a strong performance. 33 from Patty Mahomes, 10 from Dalvin Cook getting in the end zone, 21 from AB, and 11 from Spencer Ware. And, that nice 21 kicker score is always good to boost your lineup. And finally, Fogel losing to Mark. Mark said, fuck that, I'm not being beer bitch this year. He's been putting up good numbers thanks to Saquon, but he only put up 86, but Fogel's team flopped. Fogel had one player in double digits. It's Colts waiver wire chocolate defense. The rest of his team, single digits, and he mentioned it in the chat, not a single player scored a touchdown. I think that's true for Josh's team as well, but 9.5 from Luck, 7 from Kamara, 6.4 from Shady, 4.8 from Evans, 6.2 from Cook. This is crazy. Big-time players flopping his whole team, but he should hope for a turnaround against Justin if he wants to stay in the playoffs. Mark, decent day from Cam. Well, actually, that's not really good for Cam standards. Only 15 points. Saquon, only 14. But he also got 14 from his kicker and defense, so that's 28 from your kicker and defense. That's always solid. That was a majority of his score, about a third of his score almost. So that's always good. And did anyone have any good players on their bench? Yeah, Mark had a couple. Anyway, that does it for the matchup review. This isn't all the matchups next week. These are key matchups for playoff contenders only. We got AJ versus Pez. The only thing this could determine is who gets that 1 seed. Right now, AJ is up by a game as well as about 60 points. So Pez would have to beat AJ by more than 60 in order to jump him. But it still is a key playoff matchup because it could be a finals matchup. Next, we have, however, let me see. Oh, no, not however. Next, we have Josh versus Mark. So Mark has been surging a little bit. I don't think he's on a streak anymore, but he was on a little streak, and he just got a big win over Fogel. And he could play spoiler again for Josh. Let's check out the matchup. Josh versus Mark. Projections right now. Why aren't they showing up? Has Mark projected to win? This will be really bad for Josh. I hope Josh wins. Although I do think his team is the weakest out of the 5 contenders right now. So that is very key. And finally, this is the most probably matchup of the week, Justin versus Fogel. Justin has not won 2 straight games all season. He's literally rotated back and forth, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss the entire season. He will need to break that trend if he wants to make the playoffs. If he does not, he's done and Fogel is in. So looking at this preview really quick, right now it's projected pretty even. Justin is projected to win, and he has more players that match up better. I mean, Fogel's playing both his Saints running backs, and yeah, this is going to be a good matchup. I hope Justin wins because fuck Fogel. We don't need a back-to-back champ, and we definitely don't want AJ to win. So anybody but AJ and Fogel, that's my motto. That's it, boys. We'll see what the playoffs are having in store for us next week. Peace.